call it my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy. I blow the whole budget on me. That's on me. I'm conceited. Treaty. Nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on no box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I broken the system, had to breach it. That's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me, yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feedy. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. To throw his Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. This defense for the Niners, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Dante Hightower gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Now Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you're under pressure. They got him again. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Carr now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give. This is Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be up 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. On the give, this is Mack. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
He'll field this at the 5. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Denver. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr gonna throw. Complete. It's Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Quick slant finding Claypool. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play action, now it's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. Airing this one out for Evans. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. First down, here's the run with Cook. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
From the 31, Tua. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Tua going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Completion here to Claypool.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Niners on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Mitchell again.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Cook, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Carr to throw. Man open is Robinson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Denver,
their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Niners, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.